Okay, so today we're diving into something huge. I mean, truly massive. It's one of the most ambitious national plans you'll find anywhere in the 21st century, Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030. We're talking about a multi-trillion-dollar roadmap that's set to completely change the kingdom's economy and its society. So, let's break down what that really means. You see, at its heart, Vision 2030 is exactly that, a detailed roadmap for the country's future. In this explainer, we're going to unpack its key parts, its biggest goals, and the three main pillars that the whole thing is built on.
All right, to really get a grip on just how massive this plan is, let's start with some of the basics. A few key questions right off the bat.
So, first things first, whose big idea was this anyway?
Well, that would be Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. He's the one who really drove this vision forward to set a totally new course for the kingdom.
Okay, so what's it all built on? What's the foundation for this whole thing?
It all comes down to three core pillars: society, people, and the economy. That's the bedrock for the entire vision.
And what about the timeline? When is all this supposed to happen?
Well, the clue is right there in the name. The big target year is 2030. That tells you this is meant to be a really fast-paced, focused effort.
Okay, let's really get into it now. We'll start with that first pillar, which is all about culture and talent. It's really about investing in what they see as the nation's greatest asset, its people.
And what's so important to understand here is the focus on people. I mean, the success of the whole vision is seen as being directly linked to the skills and drive of its citizens, all grounded in the country's Islamic values and cultural roots.
So you might be asking, how do they actually do that? Well, it's all about building the foundation for a really vibrant society. We're talking major investments in social systems, healthcare, and education. And of course, a big part of it is also about improving how they welcome pilgrims and visitors from all over the world.
And get this isn't just some far-off dream. It's already been happening. Just to give you an example, by 2020, the work on the two holy mosques had already expanded their capacity to handle a staggering 15 million visitors every single year. That's a huge commitment to serving more and more international guests.
But it's not just about the essential services. The vision also wants to make daily life richer through culture and entertainment. So the plan includes things like new libraries, galleries, and museums, and a calendar that's just packed with all kinds of events and activities. The whole idea is to create a more lively and engaging atmosphere for everyone.
And the foundation for all of this? Education. A huge part of the vision is to modernize the entire educational system. The focus is on top-notch learning, developing talent, and making sure students have the exact skills they're going to need for the jobs of the future. All right, moving on to the second major pillar, and this one is a biggie: the complete transformation of the Saudi economy.
So the main goal for the economy can be summed up in one word: diversification. The idea is to create this really dynamic business environment that isn't just about oil anymore. It's about creating new jobs and bringing in investment by completely revamping the country's infrastructure and services.
And there are a few key moves driving this change. First, a massive upgrade to all things tech and telecommunications. Second, cutting through the red tape to make it way easier for people to do business. And third, selling off some state-owned companies to encourage private investment and just make things run better.
The vision is also leaning into a massive natural advantage the country has: its location. I mean, Saudi Arabia is literally at the crossroads of three continents: Europe, Africa, and Asia. That makes it a perfect spot to become a major hub for global trade and transportation.
So when you put it all together, the end game is to turn the kingdom into a top-tier global business hub. A place with really limitless opportunities for its own talented people and for creative companies from around the world.
Okay, so with all these massive pieces moving, what does the future actually look like as we get closer to that 2030 horizon?
Every single part of this huge national project, everything from social changes to the economic overhaul, is all racing toward that 2030 deadline. It's truly a complete, top-to-bottom reimagining of the entire nation's future.
And that really leaves us with one final big question to think about. When you have a country building on these powerful pillars, society, people, and the economy, what will it actually look like when it finally reaches that 2030 horizon?